few rules of the of meeting someone in person. And also he told him these are not the rules for today, but it's always for life. So I mean, I found these really valuable, and you might find them helpful as well. So Elliot Bisnow introduced Alex to a bunch of high status people because he had connections to them, and since Alex was his mentor, Alex was his mentee, so he got connected with them as well. So the first rule Elliot Bisnow told him was that you should never use a phone in the meeting, never ever. The more digital the world gets, the more respected it is to have a notepad. Yeah. So have a notepad if you want to take notes. Even if you're taking notes, have a notepad. Don't use your phone because it looks arrogant. If I am sitting with you, this is Tim Devedi. If Tim Devedi is sitting with you and you're on your phone, I have less respect with you. Less respect for you if I am having a conversation with you and you're on your phone. I mean, sometimes it's important, but yeah, you get the point. So, next thing. Next thing, whenever you enter a room, act like you belong. So since Elliot introduced him to a lot of high net worth individuals, and Alex could have just been a fanboy. He's like, yo Bill, big fan of your work, stuff like that. But no, you don't have to be a fanboy, because then you immediately lower your status as compared to them, because fans are lower in status as compared to celebrities. So, and that's why Elliot told him never to take selfies, because fans take selfies, peers shake hands. Next thing, never ever break someone's trust. So never bite the hand that feeds you, never outshine the master. All of these are connected. So Elliot told him that never break his trust, because if you do that, you're gone. It takes years to build a reputation, but it takes seconds to destroy it. In Alex Hormozi's words, never bet the empire on a pot of gold. So yeah, and I would totally agree with it. Like, money can come and go, reputation can never be changed. So that's that. And next thing is that mystery makes history. And that is one of the reasons I am very less active on Instagram, because I don't want people to know what I'm doing. That's one of the reasons is that, and sometimes I'm too lazy and I get distracted. That is also a solid reason. So mystery makes history. So he said that whenever you're doing some cool stuff or you're building some great stuff, don't post it online. Elliot said that. To some part of it I would disagree, but that's what he said, that never post about it online, because the people who you will impress with that thing are not worth being impressed, like are not worth impressing. So that's why on my personal Instagram account you would find absolutely nothing. If I want to post something and like business related stuff, I would post it on LinkedIn or YouTube, where like LinkedIn, most of my friends don't know my LinkedIn, and the next YouTube, there is no fucking way you can find my other channel on YouTube. So okay, so yeah, unless I blow up. So if I blow up, then it's the ideal outcome, right? So yeah, you won't be able to find it. So that's that. And I used to post a lot of stuff on Twitter, because almost none of my friends was on Twitter, so that's why I did that. I might go back to that, revert to that, who knows. So yeah, I don't tell anyone what I'm doing. Most often I don't tell, but there are good things and bad things about this. You can have mystery, but at the same time you don't get access to the opportunities. So what I've realized is that it's only worth telling to people you care about or who can help you achieve that goal, and not just saying it to everyone else. So yeah, that is something I learned the hard way after coming here. So yeah, so that's that. And yeah, when Alex was interviewing people, I don't remember the name of the person, so this guy gave him advice that you should let your curiosity ask the question instead of having a written list of questions like you're just interviewing someone. So interviewing is different and having a conversation is different. So just like I asked Sarthak for his opinion and he told him, then I built off of that, and then we had a good tangent, and that was valuable for the audience. So that is a conversation. An interview is just firing bullets of questions to you and expecting them to answer. So that's what he said. And when he interviewed Pitbull, the singer, so then he said that then he let his curiosity ask the question, and that I assure you that is the best way to conduct the interview, because I myself have been in sales Sales, the whole idea of a sales call is that the person should feel like it's a conversation and not an interview. And I learned this the hard way again. So that's that. The next thing is that whenever you're trying to ask someone important for something and they do not get anything in return, show that you have put in the work. This again ties back to the mentors podcast that we had. I would recommend you to watch it. And sometimes I myself don't apply the lesson, so you're all humans. So yeah, Alex cold emailed Elliot Bisnow and he did 2 weeks of research on him. Can you imagine that? 2 freaking weeks of research. And he wrote a killer cold email, and he also spent 3 hours researching trying to find the email address of Elliot. So you can get the amount of effort that he put in into one email, and the returns he reaped were exponential because Elliot became his mentor, connected him to many different people. Yeah, that's that. And sorry. Yeah, I just remembered one more point. I did not have it in my list. So when Alex was trying to find a publisher, find a literary agent for his book, he bought all the books about writing a book, and he analyzed them, made the best pitch, made the best proposal after analyzing all of the best-selling books about writing a book or finding a literary agent, and he sent that perfect proposal to all of the literary agents in his list except the one at the top, because he thought that person, she would be so busy that she wouldn't even answer. So he sent it to all of them, and none of them replied. And even Alex's connections couldn't get him in. Like, there was a connection of Alex, and she introduced him to her literary agent, and still he could not get in because his proposal was trash. So, and then when Alex wrote a proposal about his own genuineness, his authenticity, and then the top literary agent accepted his proposal. Can you think how crazy it is? So yeah, that's what made him unique, because if he was doing what the book said, he was exactly similar to all the other people, to what the other people do. So you need to add your authenticity, your genuineness, what makes you unique. That's that. And yeah, bro, I have 4 more points, and I don't think 1 घंटा तो लग जाएगा भाई.
Yeah, excellent.
मतलब 14 मिनट हो जाएगा.
Okay, so we will do.
चल
कोई बात नहीं, कर ले. एक काम करते हैं. I am also doing one thing, but I also have just 15 minutes with myself. That's the point. Okay, we'll do what? I have written some points that I also need to speak about. We will extend till 1 minute and 10. Yeah, we will extend till 1:10.
Awesome.
And I'll cut it in 2 parts.
Awesome. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah. नेक्स्ट, और यहाँ से नया शुरू कर सकते हो, क्योंकि यहाँ पे मैं एक मस्त चीज़ बताने वाला हूँ कोल्ड ईमेल के बारे में, तो मज़ा आएगा उसमें. अच्छा, उसको कट कर सकते हो.
So guys, on to the second episode in 1, 2, 3.
So
continue.
Yeah, the next point that Alex Banayan's book taught me was a cold email template that Tim Ferriss shared with him. So we send cold emails all the time. I specifically send cold email all the time. So I used to run a cold email lead generation agency. I worked for an agency till last week, and I've been sending cold emails throughout my life, and I've gotten responses from billion dollar companies, very, very famous people. Noah Kagan, Hassan Abul Hassan, who had 3 million subscribers, millions of subscribers. Noah Kagan, founder of $100 million company AppSumo, Ankur Warikoo, all of them. I've gotten cold email replies. So, but this cold email template is another beautiful one. I haven't personally used it that much, so take my advice with a pinch of salt and just give me a minute. Let me put my laptop into charging.
That happens with me as well. When I opened my laptop, it was at around 11%, and I put it on charging just before I started.
Yeah, just give me a moment. We are back.
And for those who know about laptops, it has a good GPU as well, so its battery dies in around 3.5 hours, and then you are like,
Damn.
what to do?
So yeah, we are back, and next thing is that I'm sharing the cold email template. So Sarthak, I'll send you the image of that cold email template. So attach it here. Hello.
So
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Sarthak? Hello.
yeah, sorry, a call came. You continue. No worries.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, continue.
Okay,
Yeah, I
awesome,
can hear
awesome.
you. Continue.
So yeah, the cold email template. So the first thing, so it starts with hey, whatever the first name is. I know you are incredibly busy and get tons of messages like these, but I promise it will just take 60. This message will just take 60 seconds of your time. I'm paraphrasing. Sarthak will attach the screenshot. Just take 60 seconds of the time. That's the first line. Next line. You in the next paragraph you tell a maximum of 2 sentences about something that you do and how it is relevant to the other person. So when an alumnus of VIT came and delivered a speech, I sent him a cold email, and I started with this. I know you read, like, you get thousands of messages, but it would take 60 seconds of your time. Then I told him that I have also been, so this guy was a startup founder who came, and I wanted some advice from him. So then I asked him, I told him that I've been a startup founder as well. I failed multiple times. So he told a few stories of his failures and the people who he knows their failures. So I told him that I related a lot. I failed multiple times, and now I'm doing this. And your talk was like, it hit the point right home. It like hit into my heart. So that's that. And then those were 2 sentences. And the next paragraph, we had another 2 sentences of a very, very specific question that the person can answer on the spot. So the thought process that you want to write this email is, the email with is that this person is probably reading this email on the way from the on their way to the car which is to their car which is parked in the garage, and they have just like 60 seconds, and can they reply with one hand, like when they're scrolling. This is a good thought process to have. Like, they're leaving the building and they're reaching the car. It's just like a 60-second walk, and can they reply with one hand, because they might have their bag on the other hand. So that's a thought process to have. That's what Alex Banayan says. And the next and last line is that what was the last line? It said something like it was something like, you don't have to reply, but even a 1 or 2 sentence reply would make my day. Thank you. Sorry, all the best, Tim. So the last line I'm fumbling a bit, so I'll tell Sarthak, I'll send the screenshot to Sarthak and he will attach it here. Okay. Yeah. So that's that. And the next thing is that, so when Alex tries to approach someone who is really big, like he's really influential, and he gets this thing which he calls the flinch, and he also, like, his throat chokes, he can't speak, and he starts shivering and stuff. Like, this is extreme level of nervousness. So he developed that when he was trying to approach girls and trying to tell them that he had a crush on her, or on whoever on her at one time, one girl. So many of us face the flinch, and I learned about the flinch also in the book called The Game by Neil Strauss, which is about picking up girls. And this is a beautiful story. You should read it. It's not just about that. It goes through the entire journey of Neil Strauss from a nobody to the best pickup artist in the world, and then eventually to quitting the game. It's a beautiful story. You should try to read it. And there he says that you should whenever you see that person, like whenever you see a girl whom you want to talk to, you should approach her within 3 seconds. You should count 1, 2, 3 and force your feet to move. Because if it is more than 3 seconds, your brain will find a reason not to approach her, and you start giving excuses. And if you're staring at her for more than 3 seconds, it would look really, really creepy. So that's that. And the way I try to conquer the flinch is, I think that, will I regret not talking to that person? If the answer is yes, I go. another thing that, like, when I know that I would regret not talking to the person, I tell myself either it's now or never. So then I usually that works. So that's that. And yeah, this another thing, second last lesson that Pitbull told him, that you should always be an intern. So an intern is someone who is not getting compensated very well, but they're still working really hard, trying to learn the ropes, trying to learn how the company operates, trying to learn the culture, all of that stuff. So Pitbull, when he was at the peak of his career, when Alex Banayan interviewed him, then he was trying to meet some businessman from Mexico, and he just approached him, and with no ego at all, he told him that, man, I really love the stuff that you're doing. I want to be your intern. Like, this guy is one of the best and highly paid music artists in the world, and the humility he has is remarkable, and he has done it multiple times. When he was trying to learn the ropes of how to rap, then he did it. And when he was trying to learn how to build a community, how to build a following, he did it. I'm talking about Pitbull. When he was trying to get into the record business, like his own record stuff, like music is really complicated with record labels, royalties and shit. When he was trying to do that, he did this. Like, he tried to intern. The thing you need to be aware about is whom to intern for. By whom I mean that they should be good people with good values, ethical people, but what they're doing should align with your long-term goals. I was doing something similar till last week, but I quit it because it was not aligning with my long-term goals, and I honestly prefer the freedom that I have. I might go back sometime, I don't know, but I want to experiment because जॉब करने के लिए तो पूरी ज़िंदगी पड़ी है, अभी तो रिस्क लेंगे, अभी नहीं तो कब लेंगे. So yeah, that's that. And the very last lesson that I want to leave you guys from this book is, before I tell the lesson, I would need to give you context. So Alex Banayan interviewed a lot of people. Finally, he reached Lady Gaga. At this point, Lady Gaga was facing a lot of backlash for her songs, how she her dresses and her music wasn't resonating as much with the people. So since this guy Alex Banayan had read a lot about her to interview her, so he wrote a whole script, and she was supposed to deliver a press conference the other day. So he was working with Lady Gaga, some manager or stuff like that. So then he wrote a whole thing that why her current music is also staying true to her core, and she hasn't sold out or she hasn't changed. So when he did that, Lady Gaga loved it, and she her next album came back again. She gained popularity again. Her fans started loving her again. But after all that, Alex Banayan did not interview Lady Gaga. That was a transition. That was a transition he made. Like, he stopped interviewing people, and now Alex Banayan is teaching the third door philosophy to people, to coaches, to companies. He's teaching that philosophy. So in a way, he did not complete his list, which means that he lost. But Alex Banayan is Alex Banayan today because he lost. Right? Isn't that beautiful? So sometimes losing is okay. I have personally faced that one more time, that when after you try hard and give all that you had, and then also you're not able to succeed, that means that God has something better in store for you, and that's God's plan. And yeah, just stay patient. Everything eventually work out. Thank you.
Oof, the ending was higher. And first of all, with the recency bias, you can hear me, right? Yeah. So with the recency bias, I'll start with the ending and I'll go up. And as older, I should say what you said. So first of all, on the ending, the thing that you said right now was the exact thing I thought when I actually wasn't able to get into IIT, the dream college that I had. And it was like, there must be something better for me. And coming here, I realized that there might be. coming into this city, coming into this college, coming into the friend group that I have currently, I realize I have a lot of opportunities and a lot of opportunities. And every second, one of the regrets that I
What?
have, that I'm not able to take hundreds of opportunities that is in front of me. Of course, I can't. I can take only one at a second. But there are so many. I see so many seniors, I see so many people doing something, I see so many clubs, and I'm just waiting for things to just, happen. And I'm so excited. I'm doing things on my own. I'm making new friends on my own. Like there were points in my life where I actually thought I couldn't make friends. I thought that here as well. But as in time when time progressed and I conquered everything, things aligned really well. And there are so many opportunities. There's so many opportunities I can't even tell you. And yeah, and like there is something I did, and I'm really really thankful I did it. I'll tell him after the podcast. I
Okay.
can't say it here right now. And and then coming to the next thing, just before he said about interning. That's one of the things that was on my bucket list, and think I told him as well. One of the teachers who taught me told me to do this when I come to college, and I was thinking about it, and now hearing him say this, I am a little bit more towards it. And yeah, I have a little bit of a plan of where to go, what to do, how to do. And let's see if that, and if it happens or how I think it's gonna happen, great. And if it happens in a better way, of course I'm gonna share with you guys whatever happens. And one other thing, regret of not talking to the person. That is the thing that actually got me out of my flinch. Actually. Because see, earlier, I used to have that flinch a lot, and by a lot, I mean a lot. I used to get what I call brain freeze. I couldn't think. It was not that I was nervous. I just couldn't think. I was like, think something, but I can't. I couldn't. But then, after especially in the COVID-19 lockdown, what happened was, I started seeing things. I started reading good books,
We met.
and then one thing that came in. Yeah, yeah, we met. We met. Very important. And then one thing that really changed was always I started hating losing opportunities. Like right now, I am dancing. I don't dance. I probably am never gonna dance again if it is up to me. But the thing is, it's an opportunity to go in front of people. It's an opportunity to meet new people, and I would hate if I can't do that. Like I am one of the least person who likes dancing there, and I'm one of the first to be
Sarthak,
there.
can you
I
put the
don't know
clip
who
of
said
you
that.
dancing
Tim
in
said that to me, I
socials
guess.
in this
I
video?
don't know from where he said this. I don't remember that much, but okay,
You
yeah.
think he
But
can't
he
dance?
said,
Bro has moves, bro. Don't.
like, the best thing about,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I
can
was
you hear
saying
me?
that it's worth putting the clip of you dancing in socials
Yeah, yeah.
in this
So,
video while you're saying that you can't dance, motherfucker. You can dance.
yeah, socials. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Socials. You reminded me of socials. Oh, damn.
Hello, hello.
Oh fuck, man. Socials. Yeah, 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 yeah. Actually, another call came, but
Busy
I'll get
people.
back to you. I'll get
Busy
back to the
people.
person. Ah, bro.
Just kidding. Go ahead.
So. Yeah. So socials. Oh my god, that was okay. I might put it. I might put it. And like, yeah. So I hated losing opportunities, and that's the reason I'm dancing right now. Like, I'm meeting new people. I'm talking to new seniors. I'm talking to new friends. Like, there's this person who dances really well, and he's into gymnastics. I'm talking to him because
Huh,
why
why not?
not?
Yeah.
Explore new things, explore new people. And that has led me to do everything that I want to. And people are like, why are you doing this? Because I
Yeah.
can. Bro, I literally became a bird on a video just for a scavenger hunt. And that group of friends became one of my very good friends right now. Is one of my best
Right.
friends here.
Sarthak.
So like, do anything you can.
Yeah, I was saying that Sarthak,
Yeah, yeah,
whenever
say, say,
someone
say.
asks you why you're doing this, you should say, because I'm Sarthak fucking Singh, bitch.
I couldn't hear you after because when you said You should say, and then it
Yeah,
won't
I said
crack your
that
voice.
whenever someone asks you why you're doing this, you should say because I'm Sarthak fucking Singh, bitch.
Okay, next
Yeah.
time I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. Okay, I do not have a lot of time. I have to go to
Okay,
eat
6 minutes.
dinner and then I have to go to
6 minutes,
dance
jaldi.
practice.
Huh.
Yeah, yeah. So, what I was saying was, once Tim told me, Tim was the one who told me, right? About discipline. Like, discipline is doing
Huh.
things you hate in the way that you love. In the way, so that you
ये
love
मैंने
it.
बोला.
And that's what happening right now. I'm like going to dance practice at 8. It starts at 8 and I'm going there at 8. I do not like it. People are not coming there that early. Very less people are. And most of them like dancing. I don't. And still, and that's the point. I'm doing this just so that I don't lose any opportunity there is. Then I come to
भाई आवाज़
authenticity.
चली गई.
And it will cover a lot.
अब आ रही है, अब आ रही है.
Yeah.
हाँ, आ रही है.
Abaria, authenticity. I'm gonna talk. Yeah, yeah, authenticity. So there are 5 points here, and I'm gonna say all of them, and all of them are
बहुत बढ़िया.
interconnecting. Authenticity. Convo is the reason why no script in Acha. This is a little bit of a point on this podcast. He said that conversations or let the curiosity guide you. That is one of the reasons I said to him no script in this podcast. None at all.
अबे
Whatever
कितनी
we are
कॉल आ
doing
रही है
right
इसको?
now, whatever we have done in this podcast throughout. नहीं मेरे को नहीं आ रही अब कॉल. It's just here the
चल
net
मुझे
is
बोल
fucked.
बोल बोल.
Here the net is fucked. Don't worry about that. I am
बोल
speaking. Can
भाई.
you hear me now?
कहाँ गए हो? ये फिर कॉल आई.
अरे
अरे भाई
fuck.
साहब
Again
बिजी
a
आदमी.
call. Again a call. Ah. Okay, okay. I had 7 minutes. Okay. So, what did you hear the last thing? What did you hear the
Like the
last thing?
authenticity वाला कि yeah, let your curiosity ask the question.
Yeah, yeah. And that is the reason why this podcast has no script. I want his ideas, what he actually learned, what I actually learned from to come out on this podcast. No script means we are not preparing it from before. Whatever we are saying, we actually believe in it. We actually have learned it. And whatever I speak, whatever he speaks, it's general curiosity. I want to know what he's thinking. He wants to know what I'm thinking. And then it says connection with books. A lot of books, whether you take How to Win Friends and Influence People, Atomic Habits, Charisma Myth, I've read Charisma Myth recently. Everything talks about what he said, not being digital. And it boils down to one simple point. Actually, it boils down to three simple points: presence, warmth, and power. When you read Charisma Myth, there will be 3 points to charisma. These three: presence, warmth, and power. One of the most important things is presence. You have to be present in the conversation. Charisma Myth is an amazing book. I told Tim as well
Yeah,
to
I'll
read
read
it.
it.
And that is why, yeah, that is why he said, I think, not to use your phone. It's not just that it's arrogant, it takes away your presence and your warmth. You seem colder because you're not in the conversation. Your presence is not there. Everything is affected. And it says that your subconscious mind detects these small patterns in like 17
Damn.
milliseconds. So fucking
That's what she
fast.
said.
And that one little
Continue,
uh,
continue, continue.
to you,
Continue,
right? To
continue.
you, right?
Uh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, I mean, then it got me thinking that once, it could be a very important call, but it could ruin the whole conversation. One important call, like this call is coming, and I have to take this call soon. Like, it could ruin this podcast, and that's the thing that is going on in my mind. And yeah, it is very important not to take your phone. It's very important to be present in the conversation. And if you read that book, which I recommend, you will actually realize how to do that. And the last point is this is something that I will tell Tim: balance in mystery makes history. So talks ab- Tim talks about mystery makes history, and he doesn't post anything. What I say to him is, don't post anything of value. There's a very big difference. Those two words make a lot of difference. I post to people where I'm going after I've went there and come back. They can't do anything about that
yeah.
anymore. And whatever my plans are, they don't know. I'm roaming around.
So you show something else.
They don't know what my
Yeah,
plans
you show
are.
something else, but you're doing something else.
Yeah,
Kind of. Yeah.
exactly. The moment I'm actually putting up a story of me being at a metro station in Hyderabad, I'm probably in my hostel room in shorts and t-shirts. That's the point.
Right, right, right.
I am actually being very social, but again, being very, very mysterious because, bro, I'm not gonna tell you what I'm doing. Even with, not very good friends, I don't tell them. And, one of the most important things that I do, I leave them hanging. I leave them hanging for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have a fucking good lore on it. I have a fucking good lore on it. And I
Go ahead.
actually do. But I never tell them.
Acha.
No, 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 not on this. That's
Oh,
exactly what I
nice,
do.
nice, nice.
I'm not gonna tell you right now.
Right, right, right.
And that builds a lot of things.
I'll use that.
So that wraps up my point. Yeah, I use that too. I've used that so much in college. So fucking much. I can't. And before to college, oh
Beautiful,
God.
beautiful. So,
So, guys, that's from my side. It's so good
yeah.
again to be back here. And we are gonna be back. And I remember I told you self manipulation. It's gonna be a big ass series of 3, 4 episodes. Stay tuned. It's gonna be banger. I have so good thoughts on it. I'm so fucking
I'm fucking
excited.
excited.
Let's
Yeah.
go. See you
Let's
in the
go,
next
bro. See you in
podcast.
the next one. I have to go to washroom. This is Tindivedi signing off. Bye.
I have this is Sarthak Singh signing off. Bye bye.